Right, we are here at the Vincent Delaney Memorial on Finals Day, or the Sunday. Catching up with Derick Delaney. Firstly, mate, welcome.
Thanks, pal.
you were stuck for words for a minute.
I was supposed to welcome you, yeah.
No.
It's good to have you, mate. It's good to have you over. It's brilliant. I seen you were busy bee yesterday. I didn't really get much of it. I was a busy bee myself, but I seen some of the stuff that you done on social media, and it's great to see all the different international and the GB and Irish horsemen getting a bit of recognition and getting a bit of insight into the sport of how it is over this side of the world.
Well, I think it's important. I think it's beyond important, because we can't grow an industry in Australia, New Zealand, America. It doesn't matter. If we think we're the only ones, we're kidding ourselves. The entire harness racing world need to all get together, and this is one of those truly international celebrations, because I have to look at who I interviewed yesterday. Aussies, expat Aussies, expat Kiwis, you know, you've got American, expat Australians that have become Americans who are over there for all. It's just a great mixed bag, and everyone is here for one reason, for the love of the harness racing.
Yeah, no, they are, and it's a unique event, like, you know, not just because we do it. Obviously, like, I think the passion that we have for the racing, and then obviously in Vincent's memory, I think just makes us dig that bit deeper. But it's very satisfying to see that people is travelling this far to a kind of non-parimutuel race meeting, like, so, you know, I think it's a proud honour to Vincent, really, that people can come, and, you know, that we brought people, that people has attracted people to come and be part of the event. So, as you say, we must be doing something right.
Well, you're doing more than something right, because it's one thing I do want to make sure that a lot of people that are watching this want to be aware of. No TAB, no parimutuel, no support at all in any of the funding of this meeting.
No, just Derick Delaney.
Yeah, and your brother James and a band of merry men that are, and I mean that with those ladies involved in that.
I didn't mean it like that.
No.
What I meant was like the financial, like, you know. So obviously, like, we have a big team and a lot of voluntary, like, so we have a committee that's made up of Americans. Like, we have Diamond Creek on the committee and ourselves, and we'll have the racetrack will jump on with us as well wherever we're staging the event. And then we have like Mandy Stanley, we have Gareth Bourne with finance, and we've really good brains that, you know, obviously, like, it's not a paid job, it's voluntary, so they can give us as much time as they can, which is to give us more than enough for what it is. So without that foundation, and without, I think it even goes further than that. It spreads to the sponsors, to, you know, like, there's my mate there sitting there, he came to enjoy the day and he's selling race cards, like Diamond Creek sponsor, and they're walking the turnstiles, you know, so everybody just weighs in. It's a nice feeling to see everybody from all over, you know, no matter what the stature is, or if they're a sponsor, if they're a friend, or if they're a family, everybody just rolls up the sleeves and gets stuck in to get the job done, you know. The
horsemen out the back, they love it. They most of them do. It was interesting talking to Vicky Gill. I said, "Do you enjoy this?" She goes, "No, it's too nervous." She staked 3 horses. She got 2 of them into the final, you know, like, and I think she was a bit humbled when I realised, you know, I explained it to her that, you know, 66% of her horses have made this final, and it's a mighty achievement. I think, you know, there's guys down there, they've got horses in the first race today, they're getting ready, so you got a chance. No, they don't care. They're here, they're excited, they're having fun.
Yeah. No, I think it's the meeting that all the horsemen look forward to, I think, and, you know, they want to win on the big stage, and I suppose it's like us all, isn't it? You want to win when there's a bit of fuss around it and everything, so, you know, they don't want to win on the normal days race, and they want to win on the big days, and this is what they all try for, you know. The first 2-year-old race that we designed it to help the breed and get forward a bit, and then we added on the 3-year-olds and the 4-year-olds, and then we even have a stakes free for all open class. So, like, we're trying to build it and then make people, like, before people were waiting until horses were race horses, and then they go up and try and insult the breeder to buy them for a certain price, where we designed it that so they'll have to take a chance on the yearling, but not for us as breeders. Well, obviously we got more commercial then, but for everybody benefits, like, you know, all the breeders benefit from what we're doing here, and that's what we've done. And then since that, I think the highest price yearling sold for
76.
75,000 was one of ours, actually, so we're proud of that as well. But before that, like, I think the first VDM, the horse that won that, cost £4,200. The second VDM, the horse that won that, cost £8,000 in the sale. he won the VDM. His brother then saw a £32,000. Then his brother saw a £40,000, and it just keeps increasing. So it's working. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then that money. So then the breeder sees viable to go and spend the money on a decent stud fee and buy a decent mare, and they want to be, the breeders are competitive as well as the trainers and owners and so on. So now, basically what I'm saying is people start planning from the sales. It's just like anything, isn't it? And the aim, but this is the race that they're aiming for, you know.
But it's a slow burn, and I think sometimes, I reckon, it doesn't matter where you are, people lose sight of that. Like, what's this been, 12 years, I think, that you've been doing this, and it's probably getting to where you want. I'd imagine a few times it'd probably be hard work, but it is a slow burn. You just got to be able to, sit it out and enjoy it, don't you?
Yeah, it's persistency, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, it's like we grew. Our numbers is always growing. Like, I like to see things grow. It's just, I just get I like to see the numbers go up. I don't like to see them go down.
Yep.
But it's always been building, and then one year it kind of fell back a bit, and I was like, what's going on here? But now, like the last 2 years, at the beginning, the first VDM we ever held, we had 27 entries, and now we kind of average, that's for the 2-year-olds mixed, and now we kind of average 90 for the 2-year-olds mixed, you know?
Yeah, so one day you might get 100 each sex. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that'd be brilliant, yeah. But that's what we need. We need more people. And even like today, when you open a race card and you see £25,000 on the race card for the 2-year-old fillies, and then they had the heat money yesterday as well, so it's probably £30,000, which is probably 60,000 Australian. So, like, you know, when you invite people here and people come to something like this and they open a race card and they see something like that, it'll make people that's in other codes probably think about, you know, Jesus, I could have a bit of this. And
I think the other thing you do too, though, like where I'm from, Victoria, things aren't going great.
Yeah.
People all come up with different ideas. Here's an idea. Get in a plane, come across and see you guys, see how it works, and try and grow something and make it different. You know, the Breeders' Crown's pretty much gone now. It was a similar race, but in the same way, nothing at all like what you guys are doing. You're growing it when things are going backwards.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. Look outside the square.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. Well, the event is about that. It's about it's about everybody meeting up and having a fun time. That's, you know, the racing is obviously the best it can be. It's the best we have to offer. But for everybody, like, you know, people that say to me, you know, they have a few drinks on them as well, by the way. But a lot of people that say to me, you know, this can't stop. Like, you can't stop this. Like, you know what I mean? We need this. Like, you know, you cannot stop this. Like, this can't stop, because a lot of our friends in the industry, like, and wives and all, they're not really horse people. Like, you know, me mates might be into the horses, but the wives are not. But they come here, they get dressed up for ladies' day. You know, they sit down, they have a nice meal, and they have a lovely day. And, you know, it's everybody meets up. It's a community, isn't it? And, you know, it's all in Vincent's memory, so it's a very nice thing.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, sometimes you might not see some of the things that you actually do, like at the gala night. Me and Mark Hughes from Woodlands were there for that first night. The one thing I took out of that, you know, young kids, everyone there included in it, like the Laidlaws were there. They had generations there and enjoying themselves. It is a very, very good prize moneyed race that's growing, that you've got to pay up for. It's a big expense and a big commitment. There's also a lot of fun and good family fun, as well as the boys can come and get on the squirt. The girls can come and have a weekend out. You can bring your family and grandkids right through to grandmothers. I know.
Everybody, it's all family.
And that's the one thing it is. It's so encompassing and it's so great.
Yeah, and then we have the ladies stay over here as well. So they're queuing up there and entering the competition. So everybody dresses up, and, you know, in harness racing in Ireland and the UK, like, people don't get dressed up. It's a bit like everywhere, isn't it? You know. So they kind of, you know, I know the New Zealand Cup, I do see they dress up, but in Ireland, the UK, that doesn't happen. So my wife Lillian started that. You know, she was like a best dressed to give people a little bit of a push, like, you know, and slowly it's built. And this year is the first year now we've actually hired, usually my wife does it all, it's a lot of work, but we've actually hired in professionals to do that job for us. So, you know, and we've increased the prize, so the best dressed lady gets £500, and I think it gives them another bit of a push. And then it's something to advertise locally as well. So we're in a city here in Wolverhampton, so we put a lot of press out and stuff in newspapers, and, you know, it's trying to get the public to come in and see the sport for what it is. And the other thing as well is, when you're holding a stage in the event in a venue like this, is you're getting people, like, say I have a friend upstairs and there's probably usually about 6 of them that come, like there's 25 of them, because his brother and his wife's sister, and they won't come trotting, but they're coming because they know it's going to be a good show and it's a good venue, you know, that they're going to be able to sit down and enjoy it and get dressed up. So everyone loves a shing thing, don't they, you know?
No, I think it's well done. I think leading by example too, you do look sensational. I'm going to buy a vest. You got me. I'm going for the vest.
This is only half the outfit. I couldn't wear the rest of it.
Too hot. It's too hot on the noggin. But
that's a luxury problem, by the way, over this part of the world. Usually you need a rain jacket and not a suit jacket, you know.
Every day's been like this. It's a beautiful weather. I'll get people covered next year. Don't worry about it. But the guys in the stables as well, they do the same thing. They dress up. They don't go in the fashions and all the rest, but they know it's a big day. They're selling themselves.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done to yourself.
Thanks.
Everyone that does do everything behind the scenes as well. Obviously Lily and your wife, because it is a dual effort. I saw yesterday with the lady drivers race. Lillian took so much pride in being up there.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't just be that. I'm sure there would be nights where you weren't even at home. You're probably up all night trying to organise things. Yeah. People don't realise how much does go in and how much it affects. And even the younger family. And then Vincent's daughter was here as well.
It's a lot of strain on the family, 100%. You know, and then someone pops up with some, without being negative, some, comment that, there's an undesirable thing to say, and you're like, give us a break, like, like the effort that you put into it, but I think a lot of people that say, how do you do it, like, and I really think deep down it's that we dig deep because it's for Vincent. Like, I think that's the backbone to it, so obviously it's grief, and when you're trying to deal with grief, it was something that we done, and we was able to put the energy towards that to try make the sport better. And Vincent, like I said before, like he was he loved the party. He was a bit wild and stuff like that, but I would have never thought in my life I'd see him do something like, I'd obviously doing things for him. I would never say it the other way around, but I think through this memorial it's opened up doors for us into the industry, and we met some brilliant people through the event. Like we're sitting down with like Roger Hughes in Hall of Fame. I used to watch him on YouTube, like, for the commentary, and he's like a family friend. He stays in the house now, and you're meeting really, really good people through Vincent.
Yep.
Like, if Vincent didn't pass away, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you, because I never organised a race before in my life.
I must also say James would be in trouble, who did not want to come on camera. Anyone he had no intentions of coming on camera, but it is just a massive commitment. Well done, mate. I could talk to you all day. We'll go and get some interviews. I'll put some more photos up about the day. I want people to come next year. We want people to understand what it is, get involved, help support this and help support it grow. You've got so many great supporters. We won't go through all of those. Well done, though, for the day, mate. And
thanks very much.
It's awesome. Thanks for getting me out here. It's been great.
The other thing I just want to say before I go, Paul, is how good was that women's race yesterday? How good was that? Like Bernie Kelly, like I was saying, I never organised a race before. I had to go to Bernie because she was a racing secretary, and she was in the admin of the job, like voluntary for years, because her husband was in the job. She was afraid of horses, so she figured she'd try find something to have the same kind of interest, and that's what she done. But anyway, I went to her. She had me set out rules and conditions, and guided me a bit. And the two of us, like, she walked to an aisle, like it was her son. On the memorial, like, she really gave us socks, like, and we got to where we got to show her. She passed with cancer. We have a free-for-all race that the Meadowlands sponsor, and we have that in our memory. But she always done things for the ladies, like, so she raised money for cancer. Even she died of cancer in the end, but she raised money for cancer. She got the girls out. She wanted the girls. So we've always played with the idea of having this, and then it was a big thing to try get the horsemen to give horses to ladies and all. So we had to put a lot of brainstorming into how we are going to do that, But we got them, and we just went looking for drivers, and all the girls wanted us, so excited about coming over. We got Grace, we asked Grace to drive our daughter, Grace Kelly. We asked her to drive. She hasn't driven probably 3 years. She only drove an odd time, and she was like, I don't know, I think I might be an imposter, and blah blah blah. Anyway, long story short, she drew two. She was saying to me, I'm an imposter, I shouldn't be in this race. Of course you should be, Grace, you're a grand driver. Go out, do your job, you're in a good draw, you get a good spot, see how you go, enjoy it. And her father got taken into hospital with kidneys. He was supposed to drive the van over. He had kidney stones. She had to stay up all night, look after him, get in the van, bring all her suitcases over here, no sleep, Like, she was probably like 24 hours awake, and she grew up there, and I was like, the script was written. She won her mother's race, like, so that. And the last time I felt that emotion in a race was when I had a 2-year-old filly racing in Vincent's final. Yep. It was just off the charts, brilliant. You couldn't write it.
No, you couldn't, and it was great scenes. I interviewed Alexis before the race.
Yeah.
She said if she gets beat, she hopes it's conveniently trained by her, but she couldn't think of anything better. And then it wasn't makeup because I was able to get a photo. I was a bit shitty. I was only half asleep and got it. But you could see the joy on her face running across the cuddler. It wasn't winning the race. No. Like, it might have been a little bit, but I mean, it was actually the emotion of that was so good for her.
So you're saying Rocker, like, he's a little strong man, and he's a hard...
He's not a little strong man, he's a very strong man.
Yeah, he's a hard man and a tough... he doesn't really show much emotion, doesn't even like really speaking it. And he said to me last night, he said, I was crying. He said, I was crying. Like, he said, he's a soft git like that, but he was crying. I said, so was I. Yeah. It was just, it's what it's about, isn't it?
It is indeed. This is it, and that's what this whole carnival's about.
Yeah.
Well done, buddy.
Alan Galloway said that to me before, when he was over. He said, like, what we do it for is that feeling in the winner's circle. That's what it's about. That's the buzz.
We do it to celebrate the industry too. Well done, mate.
Thanks, Bob.
Absolutely outstanding.
Cheers,
Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Thank you. Enjoy the day.